Similar to how in object mode we offer a plethora of options when it comes to Booleans, we also offer a plethora of options in edit mode whenever it comes to Booleans. Of course, in edit mode, your selection is also important. So here we are selecting our shape. We can press Q, go down to Booleans, and choose a difference. Also notice that if there's a hotkey available, it will be listed next to it. And by hovering over it, we can also see what type of additional behaviors we have available to us with using this. So edit mode Boolean is basically pretty basic, nothing even added to the help or the information display as far as conveying any additional information. It just does its job and is done. One of the best things about edit mode Boolean, in my opinion, so we can just select this, jump our cursor selected, Shift A, add a cube, press Q, and we can choose to say do a union, which actually selects all of the sides automatically. This is one of the things I actually love the most about edit mode Booleans. And we can just roll the wheel in order to get something nice going on, and then just grab an edge like this one and press Control B and bevel, round that out, hit it with a sharpen, and we're already off to the races when it comes to getting this off to becoming a pretty nice model, even in a destructive sense. So we can just grab that edge and bevel it. And continuing on, there's also additional things you can do in edit mode when it comes to Booleans that differ from object mode. Even though you can do all the operations you can expect, you're also able to also slash. Slash is essential. Just keep in mind that in edit mode, that slash is still part of the same mesh. So this is still something that is part of this. So we'll just grab this, scale it up, have it penetrate, and then press Q, go back and reunion this to it, and then just bevel the border in order to give it a nice little flow to it. So we can select these pieces, bevel them as well, roll the wheel to give them a nice little flow. We'll just press Q and sharpen it to just keep everything kind of looking good. And then the next thing I want to talk about as far as Boolean operations is selection of Boolean. This is one of the operations that was added as a result of ST3's work with us. So the first thing you adjust is the inset, and then the second part is the extrude. However, the first thing I actually want to adjust is the offset, which looks a little out of control. Then we want to adjust the inset. Then we actually want to progress to the extrusion, where it will jump to a wireframe mode. We could press Alt-Z to toggle that, but it doesn't appear to be toggling the way that you would expect. But whenever you click, it will actually apply that operation. So now we've actually turned a selection of the mesh into a Boolean. So to show that again, we're going to convert the geometry to mesh so it actually shows up in edit mode. And we'll select this face, and we'll just go under Booleans and choose selection of Boolean. And so right now we can't see where our mesh went. So more than likely there's some sort of mishap that occurs. So first we'll get in and mess with our offset, then get in and locate our inset. And it looks like this mesh is just gone. So let's try bringing it up again. Actually, I failed there. All right, looks like there might be something happening there with that particular face and this operation. Let's take a look at our modifiers. And we don't have any modifiers happening. And we don't have anything strange happening with our faces. You know, anytime I have a tool issue, the first thing I want to do is go in and just search for boundary loops to make sure that there aren't any holes happening on the mesh. And then the next thing from there is to attempt my selection again, maybe slightly different. So we'll go in, choose selection of Boolean, and we see that once again, this fails miserably. So I'm not sure why it's actually failing like that. And it's not that it's failing, it's that we're not seeing what's going on here. So we can actually press Shift Space, jump back to offset, where we're still not able to see what's going on, and more than likely if we right click, I know the culprit. So instead of admitting that there's a failure happening, we will just turn on cutters so then we can see what our cutters are, and then we can go in edit mode and let's choose selection to Boolean, and we see that now we're actually able to see the mesh. So sometimes slight things and differences in workflow can cause differences in the tools to happen, but it's something that I'm always hypersensitive to, and I'm in the process of trying to get to the bottom of and make them operate at their best. So first we'll adjust the amount of offset, then we'll click and adjust the amount of inset, then we'll click and adjust the amount of Boolean, and then complete, we have done the operation. So Keep in mind that if you have the cutters collection disabled at this time, it will cause issues with the selection of Boolean system. But this is something that I'll be getting reported and checking into directly after this video. So I'm not even going to cut this out. We're just going to leave this for old time's sake. So whenever we look back on this, we'll see that this is an issue eradicated in the past. So I was thinking of converting this to a selection of Boolean, but I can just tell you that this area is going to be problematic. So I'm just going to rotate the view, look at it from top mode, press K, jump into knife mode, press C to constrain it, cut a couple of lines, press enter, be done, select it again, with C, and then we're just going to try that again. So I don't want to be in wireframe mode though. So we'll go under Booleans, choose selection of Boolean. So first we adjust our inset, then we adjust our extrude, and click, and we're done, and we've just began creating this very complex piece very quickly just using edit mode Booleans. We'll convert the geometry to mesh because we don't want to keep anything live. We want to go into edit mode and actually see everything that we're doing. So to continue on with showing what's going on with edit mode and Booleans, the next thing I do want to show is interactive Boolean. Interactive Boolean is one of my favorites because if we go ahead and jump into it, it'll actually allow you to roll your wheel and scroll through possible iterations of what you would want for the Boolean operation. In fact, I see at this time that pressing T in edit mode isn't actually getting me my desired output. So we'll click, and then we'll just adjust this through the F9 panel instead. So in the event that you even run into failure like you're seeing here, there's always some sort of fallback to have your back as far as helping you get the intended result. And that's something that I'm intending to show here. I don't want to cut out every mistake that shows up. I want to show that, these mistakes are a part of life and part of the evolutionary process. And they're definitely showing that there's always future work to be done and a tomorrow to be had when it comes to, tool victory and aiming to make the greatest tool or the best tool for our needs. So continuing on, we'll just grab this edge, and I just like sliding edges forward. We'll grab it and sharpen it up with mark, and we'll just snap our cursor there, and I'm just going to Shift A, add a cube, and with this cube we're just going to jump back into interactive Boolean again under Booleans, and we'll just roll the wheel. And I love outset. Outset's cool. You can press T and adjust that, which we see that the number is going up, and it should actually be adjusting, but this is something that more than likely I'll need to check into. It could be something happening with Blender 2.9 or something like that, or just something we overlooked, but I guarantee you that it'll definitely be something you'll be hearing about in a future release log. So we'll grab these and actually roll the bevel, and we're getting a pretty good result here. We'll sharpen that and continue. And hopefully with this, I've given you a pretty good idea of edit mode Booleans in a nutshell. The last two that I want to talk about is knife project and knife, which is just part of the same tool. But we have this box, right? And let's say we didn't actually want to cut it. We want to just simply imply the shape of this box into the shape we have. This is something that's very common. So if you go under Booleans, you can just click on knife and it will just do that. It will just do basically a 3D knife calculation. And these are cool because you can say shift click EM macro in order to adjust these on the fly and turn them into panels, not too far, but you can definitely get in and do some creative things with this. The other way is to take a shape and use it in a 2D fashion and use it to force geometry onto other shapes, which is almost the same thing, but utilizes a completely different system. And I'm just doing this to show that we do support both systems and they're in the same tool and you can use them interchangeably. So for something like this, if I were to try to use a knife, it wouldn't work because this mesh has no intersection connection with this actual mesh itself. But if we select this and we look at it from the side and we select this mesh and we tab into edit mode and we select this mesh and we choose to shift click this, first let's hover over it. Shift click will actually use knife project. So if we shift click it, we've now projected this through this mesh, and this is a slightly different way to work, but it's definitely one of my favorite ways to just get shapes done when it comes to actually just punching a shape through, no matter what, no matter the excuse, if there comes a time when you just need to actually get a shape into a surface. So continuing back to this, I'm just trying to grab this all the way to this so that we can bevel it up a little bit, just doll up that area. And we can actually select this and delete it, but for the most part, that is the majority of edit mode Booleans and what there is about them in a nutshell, and also our future update plans as far as what I'm about to have done to have them enhanced for the future.